Hey guys, this is Natavia with Why Be Confused with another episode in the break series, answering all of your previous questions about breaks and giving you more information that I just think would be helpful to you guys about taking a break, because a big part of burnout prevention is breaks. It is downtime. It's having that time to recuperate. So I want to make sure that you guys are able to do this in a way that, one, you're not stressing yourself out, like I'm not taking enough breaks because Tavia is always taking a break. And two, that you guys know what to do with the time that you do have for a break. So today's episode is when to take a break. So there are a few recommendations that I have. I think that it is important to have weekly and quarterly breaks. Now, these breaks do not serve the same purposes each time. My weekly breaks are literally like, let's just breathe. We're gonna have a sloth day, just relax for a little bit. While my quarterly breaks are more about re-energizing myself. So, break that down again. My weekly breaks are more about relaxing and decompressing from what I had, while my quarterly breaks are about re-energizing. So, and then when do you begin your break? Well, I tend to begin breaks when I feel overwhelmed at first. And because I've been on my burnout prevention journey for a while, I can kind of guesstimate about the time I'm going to feel overwhelmed. And it's kind of to the point now where the only time I do feel overwhelmed is when I didn't follow my own system. When I was just like, I'm feeling great, I can skip this break, and then I did that, and then I was like, nope, that was a bad decision. Don't do that. And then I also believe that breaks are like stretching. So you're supposed to stretch before and after physical activity. You need to take a break before and after stressful tasks. And I like to think of these as micro breaks. So these could be anything from your 15 to 30-minute breaks where you're just like, I'm just gonna sit here for a minute, depending on what you need to do, right? So like today, I have to batch film all these videos. And so I took a little break to eat and then just kind of like sit around, and I sat on the stairs randomly, just like sitting there and being like, I have a lot to do. It's okay, we're just gonna, I did that. And then once all this filming is done, I'm going to lay on my bed and watch Netflix. So think about breaks like you do stretching. When you know you have a stressful event coming up, take a little break beforehand and make sure you take a break afterwards. All right. So talking about my weekly breaks, you guys know about my sloth days. My sloth days are doing things at my whims, at my pace. So completing my limbs at my pace. Those are what my sloth days are. And that could be, I'm not wearing pants today. And I don't plan on leaving this room except for bathroom breaks. Or that could be, spa day. It's pretty much whatever you want and need in that moment. And don't put a lot of expectations on that. We talked about in the last video with define your breaks, not to put expectations on your breaks. Remember that these smaller breaks, especially because they are smaller and so they need more time. They're more of decompressing breaks. You don't want to put expectations on them because then you don't actually get the benefit of the break. And then quarterly breaks. Okay, so I have it set up. You guys know I run Why Be Confused. I work a 9-to-5 job. And now you just found out that I am launching a new YouTube channel with some friends. So I do have quarterly breaks. Every 3 months, I take a week off of work. Now, that week off of work could be I'm going to travel and I'm going to like go do some fun things. Or it could be I have a week off of work, and so I'm going to binge watch TV, and eat ice cream for the next week. It could be either one of those. It's basically up to you. I go ahead and put in my request time off. I plan my schedule around them. But when it comes to that actual time period, as it gets closer, I kind of decide what I need. Because I know by that 3-month period, when I'm getting close to it, I'm like looking up in the horizon, like, okay, that week's coming. We'll be fine once we get that week off. It's okay. Just just get through this next week, because then the week after that we have off. Like by the time I get there, I'm definitely in need of it. So I can kind of gauge what I want to do with it at that time, because I know what I need emotionally and mentally. And begin your event when you begin to feel overwhelmed. Okay. So as soon as you go, this is a lot. We normally have, as people who are recovering workaholics and perfectionists, we kind of have this mindset of, this is a lot, but I can do it if I just, and we try to like rearrange the situation as best we can. And then we end up overwhelming ourselves in the process, because it's not that, oh, this is just too much. That's not how we think of things. It becomes, oh, I just haven't found the best way to deal with it all. And a lot of the times we are wrong, and it is too much, and we just need to admit it to ourselves. So when you begin to feel overwhelmed, when you start to go, that is when you need a break, for 2 reasons. 1, pushing yourself past that will put you in a negative headspace, and that will impact your productivity. And 2, most of the time that is a sign that you kind of need to decompress, because whatever this is that you're looking at is not your only stressor. You've got 15 other stressors happening. And if any of those 15 decide to flare up, you're going to find yourself in like a pit of fire. And you're gonna be like, it's so much. And then like, as your brain is going, it's so much, your emotions are going, how dare you talk to me? Don't you know how much I have to do? You don't want to get into that point. So when you begin to feel overwhelmed, take a break. Take a break from that. Take a break from as much as you can that stresses you. And then when you come back from your break, you're in a better headspace and you're able to tackle this, or realize this is too much and I need to pull myself out of these things. And then before and after doing a stressful task. So I gave the example of today with my batch filming. Another example could be a conversation. Some individuals in our life can be more stressful than others. And while we love them and we want to treat them equally, we have to also acknowledge that dealing with them causes us more stress. So before that phone call, do something relaxing. And then have that phone call. And then after that phone call, do something relaxing. We want to give our friends, our family, our coworkers, and everybody all the love and affection that we have to offer, which means we need to have that love and affection, which means we need to take our breaks. So I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know how you guys feel about these shorter videos. I'm trying not to set the expectation that I have to be talking forever, because not everything needs a long-winded explanation. I'm really bad at that sometimes. So next week, we are going to talk about what to do on your breaks. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you love the content, and hit the notification bell if you just can't wait for the next episode. I will see you guys later.